All right, baby. So I ran across this question that I thought would be really dope for us to answer on the show.
Okay.
The question is, what's a version of us that we outgrew but needed in order to become who we are now?
A version of us that we needed, that we outgrew.
Yeah. A version of us that we outgrew, that we needed in order to be.
My knee-jerk reaction is like every version. Because it's like every version of me that I've been has helped me become who I am today. So it's like, okay. So it's like, okay, well, which version of you do you want to focus on in this moment?
Right.
Yeah,
that's true.
Damn, babe, that's a good question.
There's been a lot of versions.
Yeah, and that's what's hard. It's like, okay, which one do I want to focus on right now?
I'll tell you mine. No, okay. I don't want you to lose your thought though.
Yeah. I would say the version of me that I outgrew that I needed was probably the version of me that I was the day I turned 30.
Okay.
Because when I turned 30, that was like a really huge eye-opening moment for me, because I looked up and I was like, bro, I am not who I want to be. I'm not where I want to be in life. There's parts of me that I still hated in that moment. And I was like, I was overweight at the time. So that version of me was a version of me I was just ready to let go. Mm-hmm. Like I was so ready to let her go because she was kind of lost at that moment. So, which I'm grateful for her, because she realized that self-awareness is A1. So when I realized, I'm like, okay, when I look up, I'm not who I want to be, where I want to be. What do I need to fix about myself in this moment to get me to where I say I want to be? Mm-hmm. So my first thing was starting with fitness and getting back in shape and making sure that I was feeling like how I felt I'm supposed to feel on the outside. Yeah. On the outside looking in, if that makes sense.
You wanted the outer you to reflect the inner you.
Yeah. So I would say that version of me for sure is the version that I outgrew, but I needed her. I needed her to see herself and low key be disgusted. Yeah. I needed that reality check. I needed that reality check of, you don't like who you are. You kind of hate yourself right now. What do you need to do in order for you to become the woman that you love, the woman of your dreams? So what do your day-to-day actions need to look like? What challenges do you need to take? Like what do you need to be doing on the daily to become this better version of yourself? Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely say that version.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
I like it because I was there. Mm-hmm. And I know what that transformation was like for you. Mm-hmm. I also know what that did for our marriage, because that was right at the same point where we started 75 Hard for the first time. Mm-hmm. That following Monday.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right after my birthday.
Yeah, right after your birthday.
Yeah.
And, going into that, and you going into powerlifting and bodybuilding and all of that. But really, since you turned 30, man, you really have not looked back. Like, no matter how, your fitness journey has evolved or whatever, but at a core level, like, you have not turned back or backpedaled at all. Right. And man, that is so dope, because I know what all you decided to like take on. I mean, even when you were going through, like your bodybuilding prep and powerlifting and all of this stuff, and you kept like stacking stuff on top of yourself, because you was like, no, I need to break past my own limits. I need to be able to handle, environments like this. I need to be this type of mom. I need to figure out, how to be able to take care of yourself, so that way you could better be able to show up for me and baby girl and all of those things. Like, you started really doing some like aggressive. We started even the show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we started the show. We started working on our communication. Yes. You started having to get comfortable in front of the camera. Like, you just started piling everything on like so aggressively, so fast, getting so uncomfortable, and you just jumped, man. And so I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, I think that was a pivotal moment, not just for you, but for our relationship too, because it took you to a whole new level. And of course, naturally, I had to step up, and come with my A game and shit too. You know what I mean? So
right. I know for me, like in those moments, it was like, okay, well, I'm already uncomfortable where I currently am. I already hate who I currently am. It can't get no worse than this.
Yeah.
So something has to happen. So doing all of those hard things and putting that self-inflicted pressure on myself so I can just come out the fire, you know what I'm saying? Better than before. And that was everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you asked me this question. I'm like, girl, you did that. Like,
you did.
I did.
Like you took it there, man. You really took it there. And I'm so proud of you. Like,
thank you.
You did a lot during that time period.
Yeah.
And I remember just supporting you through it all, man. Because I know we were having, man, epiphanies, like within weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even like months and months going by. Like we were having so many eye-opening moments and they just kept going. And like, it really just continued heavily, especially up until early last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
segueing, from you over to me answering that same question, that's where I feel like mine really started.
Okay.
Like, I remember us both, really locking in around the time you had turned 30 and all of the stuff that we were doing. But I think it really didn't I don't think I really had like that moment for me that I would like kind of call my own, because a lot of that was just like supporting you through your stuff and, me doing some work and things like that as well. But I think a moment that was like really like mine was when I was telling you before that I had like this kind of like unfulfilled feeling for me personally. And when I had went into that process of building a brotherhood and I was just trying to understand, me more as a man and some of the things that I thought about myself, the stuff I wanted to do, trying to figure out like what I felt like my purpose was and all of these other things. Like I was just trying to like go so much deeper and just figure out more of who I was, why things were feeling like, they were slipping. Like I felt like I had kind of just lost what I would say like that dog in me a little bit. And I kind of went on that journey. And that's when I read that book, No More Mr. Nice Guy. And that really like unlocked a lot. I had read the book Models by Mark Manson. And I had like just kind of started working on some things, from how I am with you romantically in our relationship, like how I show up, in other environments and stuff like, and that journey right there was so personal for me and why it was so pivotal is because the whole time I was going through that, I started to learn more about what it meant to be transparent on a personal level and to be vulnerable on a personal level. I felt I had started to understand the weight of carrying doubt and insecurities more personally. And I started really trying to like uncover all of that stuff in myself because I wanted to take what I was learning and be able to use it to help other men.
Right.
And so it made me go to some real uncomfortable places with myself that I never even thought was necessary. Like, not that I was like, trying to hide childhood traumas or nothing like that. It's like some things just don't come up until you're introduced to an opportunity for them to come up.
Absolutely.
And so like that just made me just start looking at some of like the ugliest parts of my past and things that I had done before and that I wasn't proud of and all of this stuff. And like, I just made peace with it. I was like, man, you know what? Like, that's my story. And what I just started to just discover more about myself was that if I can accept and love every part of me in spite of what I've been through, realizing that where I am now, I'm proud of who I am now. I'm loving, our marriage and what that's become and the man that I'm becoming, and knowing that all of these things played a role and my story is just my own, and that there's plenty of people out there whose stuff is way worse than mine, and who cares, because only mine is mine, because at the end of the day, everybody's only really thinking about themselves anyway. And I just came to like peace with like every side of me. And I was just like, bro, I don't need to impress anybody. Like, as long as my wife likes me, as long as you're proud of me, as long as I got your support, like, I don't give a damn about nobody else. Like, even when I was at my lowest point, you were there supporting me and loving me and like just walking with me through that stuff. What I'm like, bro, if she can love me at even my darkest moments, the fuck I need to care about anybody else for? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so like I just started getting so much just freedom. I'm like, man, I got rid of all of my shame, my doubt. I talked about, I talked to you about like addictions and just things that I had just been going through and just all of these different things or whatever that was just like heavy on me. Mm-hmm. And I was just like at peace with it. Mm-hmm. And like, I felt like just so much of a weight came off of me because we were fasting and stuff during that time period. And a lot of other stuff was going on beforehand and after the fact, and this was like a 2-week time span.
Yeah, it was a lot.
For my process, it was like a 2-week time span. Then you got hit and baby got hit and our house was just going through a lot. But anyway, like through that little period for me, like I felt like so much weight just fell off of me. And I finally like saw myself like the first time, like without all of the other crap that I had been like silently carrying that I didn't even know that I had on me. And it just made me realize how human I am. Yeah. And how human everybody else is. Yeah. And I just got like at peace with that. Like I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be ashamed of nothing. Like I know where I am. I know where I'm still working and growing, and I can keep working and growing. And as long as I'm making progress, like I can be proud of me. Yes. Like my wife can be proud of me. Like the people that I care about most, like I got that. So I'm good. Like I'm good where I'm at. And like I ain't got nothing to be like ashamed of. And man, that was my period.
That's good. I loved being able to be there for you during that moment or during those moments. I love that. I love that you have me.
I love that.
Like 100%. Like I love that you have me by your side. Someone who loves you, who's there to support you, who got your back no matter what, who loves you through moments where you may not have loved yourself. Like I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And I love that for you. God has blessed you.
He blessed me with a you.
He blessed you with a me. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm grateful for it every day. I'm telling you, man, every day, I get up and I leave this house, man. I thank God for you every single morning. Yeah. Every morning. Because, like, I would not ever try to downplay. Like, you haven't played a huge role in so much of my growth and so much of me becoming who I am today. And I'm so grateful for it. And I will never let that go unnoticed.
You've done the same for me, baby. You've done the same. Our marriage, our relationship as a whole, like even in friendship, has always been mutual. Mm-hmm. Always.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful to know that everything that it is now, like we've worked for this, like we've actually done this like on purpose. And it hasn't been something that we've just like casually like fell into, but we've always strived to like actually show up for each other on purpose, to support each other, to love each other, and to like care and give a damn, and to like just show up as best as we can, and even just trying to become better for ourselves so that way we can be better for each other. Like we've never not given it our all in that department, within our personal lives and in our marriage. And I'm so grateful that we've had that literally like the whole time. Granted, all of the phases have looked different.
Of course.
But the intent has been there regardless.
Right.
And I'm glad that we've had that.
Me too.
And it's interesting because that's only like one version.
One version of many. I think it's crazy how in those moments it was real like ugly. Mm-hmm. Like it was like painful, like to really like see yourself not being a version of you that you actually, I guess, like believe you could be. Mm-hmm. Like when you really look in the mirror and you're like, dang, like I don't even recognize who I am. Like who am I right now? Yeah. And then being able to kind of like use that ugly reflection and make it empower you to do something different. And I think like that's a lot of people avoid that. They avoid looking in the mirror which ultimately makes them avoid the responsibilities of their lives and why their life looks the way that it looks, why their consequences or the outcomes are what they are. Because you got to look at yourself and see what you're doing to make certain things be what they are.
That's facts.
It's not everybody else's fault. Not everyone else is to blame. It's you too.
Yeah.
And being able to look at yourself and be like, you know what? This thing about me is something I need to fix because I'm holding on to this part of myself and this part of myself is holding me back. I hope that came out right.
That's it. It's unfortunate because we can be our own worst enemies in such a terrible way. And like we can get so trapped in our own minds, be it from negative experiences we've had in our past, be it from whatever, we've encountered that's allowed us to have like those types of ways of thinking. And man, being willing to be able to like look at all of that stuff and just like acknowledge it and then being willing to do something about it takes a whole nother type of a mindset. And like for a lot of people, unfortunately, like they have to hit like rock bottom, so to say, before they're willing to like face themselves like that. It's like, hey, you know what? Like your past is your past, or your mistakes are your mistakes, or whatever you've been through or whatever you struggle with. Like that is what it is. But like you can do something about it like today. Like you can own whatever that is like today and do something about it, because it's not like the final, say so. It's not the end of it. It's the beginning starts the moment you acknowledge it and you take ownership of it. Like, hey, you know what? This is the part I played.
Yeah.
Even if that part is allowing it to like disempower you or make you feel like you can't be something or that you're limited or whatever. Even if that's only what it does to in your mind, you can still take ownership. Like, hey, you know what? I let this thing trick me mentally. Now I'm going to let go of that. Or I let this person have power over me thinking that, that they were better than me, or that I can't do XYZ without them, or whatever the case may be. Like, whatever the story is, just own your part in whatever that is and like make the decision to change it and to not be a victim of whatever the circumstances is. Like you can change your behavior and get new results personally and in your relationships.
Absolutely.
It just takes some doggone self-awareness, man, and being willing to own it.
Being sometimes brutally honest with yourself, Man,
because I know, man, like you said, we've grown through a lot of different versions of each other. Like,
I mean, we've been together since we were 18.
Yeah.
We are now about to be 33.
It's a lot of versions in there.
Yes, a lot
of them. Man, we done changed careers a bunch of different times.
Man.
Moved all over. Like, a lot of life has changed.
Yeah.
And like now, we get to reflect, having been through all of those changes at a whole nother level. But it's all of those versions that helped us become who we are now.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful for every last bit of it, man. Every last bit of it, because we wouldn't even have the perspective that we have had it not been for that stuff.
Yes.
So the only drawback would have been had we to lived through all of that and learned nothing. Because a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
They live through life, they go through experiences that they don't grow from, and then they end up repeating the cycle.
Right.
And it keeps coming back and being what they call generational curses or whatever the case may be, because you didn't get the lesson.
Right.
The first, second, or third time or 20th.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I appreciate you sharing shedding some light on that, baby.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Yeah, man. We done growed a lot.
We done growed. And still growing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But thank you for being able to, spend this time with me, because I always enjoy talking to my favorite person.
Of course. You're welcome, baby.
Okay. I'm stop flirting with you now. Anyway, we hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, because we indefinitely, I don't know why I would say that word.
It be like
we
that
definitely enjoyed, having a conversation, and we hope that you guys got some real value from it. But until next time, family, my name is John Tron. This is my beautiful queen.
Adoria.
And we are one dope couple. And until next time, family, peace and love.